That's not my show.
Wait, which one? Yeah, your show. That's the sorry. What's your show?
The show will be later in December.
Oh, okay. Here's
I'm not sure
But I know.
So has everybody found a seat?
Yes,
Make yourselves comfortable.
Yeah, thanks. Very busy. I just came ready for the trip advisors. Good to check out.
Hi everybody, thanks for coming. My name's Marcus Miller. I'm the director of the Gordon Snelgrove Gallery. I want to recognize that we're on Treaty 6 territory and thank our Aboriginal brothers and sisters for sharing this land with us. It's also the homeland of Métis. It's my great pleasure to introduce Juan Lee here, who's been a visiting student, a visiting artist from the Hubei Institute, where this department has a partnership. And so we're going to be getting lots of people through here from the Hubei Institute. Lots of our professors and staff have been taking trips over there. There are going to be many more. So I think we're going to have an artist here in the summer. Tim, do you know that?
We're hopefully having a visiting professor arriving in spring. Actually, 2-3 visiting artists from China hopefully arriving in spring or summer this year.
Yeah, so this is a wonderful thing that we've got going in the department. So Li Wan has been with us for close to a year now. She teaches at the Hubei Institute in the sculpture department. A lot of her work is sculpture, as I say, and she's done many public art projects. So she's going to show us some of her work and some of the public art projects that she's done throughout China. And also she's collaborated with people in Germany and in Poland to do public art. What else? And she's been involved with in various residencies of academic social orientation. And we're not going to have her here for that much longer, but I did want to show you this poster here. There is she's going to have an exhibition here, and I'll send this out to everybody very soon. Her exhibition starts December 17th, and it's got a super long run, actually, till past Christmas time. And during that week, actually, you can make appointments here and come in for private viewings. But the show proper is on from the 17th to the 21st. It's called Always Open Halfway Through. Watch out for the press release and check out her work. So I give you Li Wan.
Thank you everyone to join me with this time. Yes, I'm Li Wan. Yes, as Marcus introduced me, I'm a visiting scholar from China, and I teach sculpture and public art in my school. And I have been in Canada for almost 11 months now, till now. Yeah. Sorry. Yes, I have to. Yes, that's my title's meaning. I have to refer something about my title. Yeah, because it's about the coming exhibition. The trace here means the activities and the behaviors. Space here is some artworks be planned and executed with the intention of being staged in physical public domain. Yes, Marcus asked me a question about how I named public art. So public art is not, for me, it's not just something can installed outside in public place. I think that's more about some people's behavior and activities, because we living in different place, and something have to design for special place with their history and their some philosophies. Yeah. Yeah, and and team spirit, I think, in public art project for me is very important because sometimes we do some public project outside in public space and sponsored by the government, by some people. And that's not just some sculpture, public sculptures. There are some always cooperate with some architectures, landscape designers. So I think that's not just on my own artworks. And the interaction in the public art is very, very important things. Later, I will introduce you about my artworks creative project in some place. I have to introduce this city to people because it's very important city, it's a very special city in China. The name is Shenzhen. Yeah. Shenzhen why it's very special cities in China because it's maybe the first one due to the policy of reform and open up. And this place is a port city, and there's abundant labor resources and rich offshore oil contribute to the improvement of its status. And this place is very special. Another reason is because on the rapid development, they need a lot of labor resources to build that city. So many people from other countries and cities migrate to that place and to build that country and create its own unique Shenzhen local culture. So that place is also like an experimental city. Many public art projects be conducted in this city. And some important public art project is happened in this city. Yeah, this is to the south. That's where my artworks is created in 2016. I take part in China International Biennial Public Art Exhibition. Yeah, and the government wanted to invite some artists to design some artworks for this city. So I designed that artworks, and it lasted for one year. Yeah. I produced 600 of handmade ceramic birds at that time. Yeah. And later transported them into that city and installed these birds on the trees along the road near the exhibition hall. That's my assistant. Yeah. And some audience, some citizens came to this place and have a look at that. And the people following my rules, if they have interest, they can adopt one bird back home. And I built 2 groups of chat in my WeChat. That's the Chinese version of Facebook. So many people can join us. We have a lot of talking and communication at that place, and we exchange of life, of some cultural informations, like for example the drama, the theater, and some art exhibitions on that flat. And you can see that all the pictures is from the people take part in this program. Yeah. So the people adopted them, they come from different parts of this city. They may be some teachers, and they are on different age, maybe some college students, maybe some are professors, and some cleaners and policemen and retired people, but they have the same spirit. They are the citizen in this place. So they show me many pictures about the birds in their home from different space in this city. Yeah. Yeah, you can see that place, the second one, the right one is facing to Hong Kong. Yeah, the island is Hong Kong. And the children make another bird to beside that bird. Very interesting. They have a lot of interactions with me. That's me. And this is the project exhibition. In this year, I'm very lucky because there are some very important university invite me to do my exhibition in their gallery. So at this time, in this, you can just see this. Yeah, this is a part of my exhibition. There's some pictures, but in that time, yes, some videos also from that audience, some doctor. And in the summer, in that time, because I have to do the main artworks, so I applied for an opportunity to be the resident artist in Jingdezhen. I don't know how much you know about this city. This city is the old name of that is Changnan, because that place is the ceramic city. Yeah, China's name is from this city. Yeah, so I'm the resident artist in this place for about 1 month, and I'm living here. And the studio, the right one is my studio. Yeah, I'm living this place, and this place located in a mountain. That's very quiet. Just some people working in that place, and a few artists working together. Yeah. And at this time, I focused on my artworks and create about 500 or 400 pieces of wings at that time. Yeah. And this is our kiln. This is all the traditional kilns. And later, the works like that, I installed these wings on the floor. Yes, in that exhibition. This is the main artwork in that exhibition named Neverland. Yeah. And you can see the right picture, why this place is so famous and why this is the ceramic town city in China. Because that rare and special clay. The right one is, you can see that's transparent, a little bit translucent. Yeah. So that's the effect on exhibition. Yeah. Okay. This one is also happened in Shenzhen. You know, Shenzhen now is a rapidly developing city. It's more and more people go from leave their countryside to go to the city to find jobs. The young generations, and some manufacturing factory, old-fashioned factories, be abundant at that time. So many abandoned space in the countryside, in the rural place. So what we can do with this space, you can see that's a factory, but they have very nice feelings about that. And you can see the time goes, but they left some beautiful textures on the wall. Very beautiful. Yeah, and this place is named. This place is Golden Land. This is a very old Guangdong village, and this is an straw hay production. Straw hay? Oh no, straw hat. Sorry, straw hat factory. But now that's empty. So the curator asked me to find some materials from this place to do my artworks, just from this place. So I have to find something. And I walk around, I find something like that. There's a raw materials and some semi-finished straw hats here. So I think that's good. That's for a sculpture, that's perfect. And there's a lot of that and left in the storehouse. Yeah, on the wall. So I do some works. I cut the hats into strips, a lot of strips, and you can see me working hard. And I collect the strips one by one, and later layered it on the wall from the ceiling to the floor and spread them a little bit and make them like an growing climber. Yeah, plain natural. And also I find some sentence, a poem from Walt Whiteman. Yeah, this is the grass that grows whenever, sorry, that's the maybe wrong. The land is and the water is. And also we use that abandoned space to be our exhibition space. Artists always want to use their power and energy to change something, to activate something. Yeah, that's what we are doing. So that the other artist world, he used some materials from this place to do a tank, painted in red. This is my teaching experience. Yeah, this is Zakopane in Poland. Yeah, my school, Hubei Institute of Fine Arts, have the good relationship with Young Mataico Academy of Fine Art. They are the best, I think, the art school in Poland. Yeah, and I'm so lucky be invited by their president, Stanislaw Tabish, to lead some students to do some workshop in this place. This is Krakow, their old capital city. The oldest architecture buildings here is almost more than 1,000 years. This old city is really beautiful, and I think now it's many tourists here. Yeah, this is me and another teacher from environmental design department, and with 15 students in president's office. And later we go to another little city named Zakopane. That's the very important, most popular tourist place. Yeah, this is the Tatler from around the Tatler style architecture. Yeah, we're living in this place. Yeah, they have a lot of beautiful landscapes and the mountains. But that's the religion something. It's for me. It's very interesting thing for me and my student, because China, majority of Chinese people are not religious people, but that place is very different. That's the Catholic place, and we live in this place. That's our like a resort place. We're living and doing our artworks together with the Polish teacher and students. Yeah, every day we communicate with each other, and this one is this student is from Poland, and they introduce us a lot of cultural, history, and geographical features about Poland, about this city. So we know a lot from the local people, and we have to get some information about that, and later to create our own artworks. Yeah, this is our studio. We work together and very happy. This is another teacher from Poland, their school. So later, you see that the student, our student is from different departments from school. They are from Chinese painting department, printing painting department, and the environmental department, many departments. So they have not so many knowledge about the sculpture, but they finally find something. Yeah, and that time we have a few materials in that time, because we know this city is so few. This is and we arranged the 20 students into five groups, and they talk every day, and they go around in this place every day, want to find some element to create their artworks. And later they find some, you see that we go to that place in summer, there's a lot of branches on the floor, and so the student painted a lot of branches on the grassland. That looks like, if you go to another hillside and have a look at that, it looks like an, how to say, weather? Weather, sorry. Yeah, this is another team's artwork. Is that I saw a lot of hares in Canada on the farm, but your hares is round and some in beer, I don't know how to say that. But theirs is funny. It's like in China. They are on some haystacks. Yeah. And if you go far away and from another side, you can see that it's standing in array. Interesting. So my student wanted to get some connections and find some relationship between others. So we do some sketches about that. But finally, we use the strains to connect many and to cut the colorful papers and can make that move on that strains. You see that when the wind comes and the strips can move by the wind, move a little bit by the wind. It's very funny. But unfortunately, the next time, the day, it's empty, just some things here. So we have to try some other things. Yeah, so you see the student have to send me the homework. So later they change their project. So we do some like emojis on that. On another one, yeah. So on the other side, you can see from the space and you can see some smiling face. Yeah. That's interesting things because many farmers come to us and say, "What are you doing?" They join us. They are smiling and they say, "Your artwork frightened some bird." You see? Yeah. And later we used some materials left to do fade flowers because nearby there is a cemetery. The students enjoyed their experience on that place. Yeah. There's another teams, third teams. Yeah, this is very interesting because back to the religion problems, we are very curious about that so strong religious atmosphere in that place because we never see that, and they have the former pope named Paulo II is from Poland, yeah, and there's a lot of posters of this celebrity, and a lot of activities on posters everywhere in the bulletin board. So my student feels very curious about that, and we want to produce our posters to express our feelings about that. So we do some performance. We find some shrine in that back and do some. You see that is from China. You see, there's some thousands of hands. Yeah. Yeah. So later we have our poster. Yeah. And this is the fourth team. Yeah. They use some Chinese poem to do that. This poem is an abstract poem. Yeah, I don't want to pay too much time on to explain this poem. But later they wanted to. It's about meaning. Yes, very very abstract. Now people wanted to do something to express that, so we find a place and wanted to use our chronograph, but we have no tools. No brush, so we do that by ourselves. And we can find the inks, so we find that in the rivers nearby. It's very interesting. We write that on the floor and it's dry, and we write again.
excuse me, sorry, that's me. Sorry, I'm very sorry.
Thank you. Let me have a break.
Turn this thing off. Yes.
Yeah, joy again, and we wrote again. That's funny. Yes, that's like a meditation, you see. That's also like a performance. We do that, and some people have a look at that. What you are writing? Yeah, we explained them. Yeah, this is another artwork about the religions. It's a colorful face, I think. It's still on religions problems because they have a lot of churches in that city, and we have a look at that. And the impressive thing is the colorful windows in the church. So we use some plastic transparent papers and cut them into some traditional Chinese cloud and connect them each other. And put that on a Jesus in a shrine. This shrine is very on a special spot on here. And you can see that we shine the light on the Jesus, and the colorful light on that. It's very beautiful. Actually, I'm very happy to cooperate with different countries, teachers and students, because they have some special spirit and creative things for me. I learned a lot from them. Yeah. Later I will introduce a little bit about my coming exhibition. Yeah. I have been in Canada for about 1 year, 11 months now, and I'm preparing my exhibition in home and in studio. And you see that how to do these artworks, that I have to design something for my feelings about Canada. I like this place more and more. I stayed in this place in 4 months, in 4 seasons now. The first feelings in this place, I just feel cold, chilly cold, snow. But now, yes, I have different experience in 4 seasons now. So I'm so happy, and I have communicated with many people, and we talk. And I know your cultures more. Yeah. So I have some ideas about my artworks. In the summer, I went to the farm many times, and the canola blossom is golden on the wasp land. I feel very happy. And there's some bees and wasps go out. They're attracted by the canola hormones. So I wanted to express my feelings about that, the smellings about that. So I used some bees and wasp, and I print them on some special papers, sticky papers, and I cut them in pieces, many, thousands of them. Yes, and I make a paperwork. That's a lot of sticks of bees and wasps, and I stick them on the paper. Make that. This is 6 meters long. And at the bottom, that's the golden foil. I want to use that materials to express the harvest things. Yeah. I think some people this place know this project, because this is about more about the people's interactions with me. Yeah. I love at first sight. I think I told the people that's where famous from, but maybe some people don't know. But that's where really famous in China, you see, because so many plays, TVs and movies added from that poem. That poem is Okay, I can show this poem. Yeah. It's described about one girl meet one boy. Yeah, they meet each other many times and in different places. Maybe, for example, you go to the library and you sitting facing to face, facing to each other, but you know nothing about these people. But later, just in some place and at the quiet time, you have some eyes contact. At that time, something happened. But the life is always consists of that different surprise. Yeah. So I asked some people from in Canada, because Canada there's a lot of people migrate from in this place from other countries. So I asked them to translate them into their mother languages. So I have 11 languages translation from this poem now. And I make them into the elements of my artworks and later will show in this place. And I also did the audio about their translation. They're reading that. Yeah, this is the wooden curtain. This is used the laser cutting machines to do that. Why I cut the letters out? Because I wanted to use the light and the shadow to express my feelings. Yeah, this is the homework, my homework now. Yeah. I connect, everyone sent me the poem, translations of poem, and I cut them one letters by one letters. Yeah, I have to respect everyone to do some work for me, so I do it by hand. Yeah, that's my work. I want to use some light, some shadow. Later it will show on this wall. Levelland, the same. Yeah, I did also the same project about Levelland in this place. I think they have the same Shenzhen city and have the same spirit and the same terms with Canada, the immigration. So I use this word, and I did maybe now it's about 600 of wings now. Yeah, later it will also show in this gallery. I don't want to describe more about my artworks because later I really want you to come to this place and facing to that. Thank you very much. Sorry, my English is not so good. So if any questions you want to ask me, yeah, now is the time.
You're a real worker. We can see here, and even in some of the projects, one of the last ones, you're hand cutting all the letters, like one letter.
Yeah.
That might have been done in an easier way. Why did you choose to hand cut the letters?
Actually, the real reason, because the laser cutting in this place is too expensive.
Canadian prices,
So that's
right?
the main reason.
Right.
And I can't to bring it back home. So I think, and that's the real reason I really wanted to respect others, because they translated with their mind. They are working hard for that. Yeah.
That's what I thought. So you're, in a way, it's a kind of an act of, you're honoring your collaborators, the people who have helped you make your artwork, yeah?
Oh yeah, of course. I can't do anything by myself. Yeah, that's true.
But if you had the choice, if the price was better, would you have had it done like a laser cut? I want to know.
Yes, I think about that before. You say that if that price is okay, it's proper, I will do more.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them. But now I think that's the proper numbers of that, so I can handle it. So why I don't do that? That's my choice.
It's a long point.
I really appreciate how you use the location of and are inspired by that, and then also that you do these kind of pieces that are about multiples, and then they kind of correlates with the people that you work with in the projects also. So there's many pieces to your project, and it shows with the amount of people working with you in those sites. So I really appreciate your wasps hovering over the golden canola fields and thinking about this campus and the prairies that are so close to the city here. Yeah. It's very interesting how your thought processes and your appreciation for the space and the spirit of the space is very good.
In the series of images, it seemed that you began with the whole birds. The complete bird was something you started with? And then you went into just the wings. Was that chronological?
Yeah.
You started with the whole birds, and then at some point you shifted into just the wings?
Yeah, that's a very good question. The birds, because I wanted to, you say that the audience, for me, they are the citizens. They sometimes, if you do some very complicated things, they cannot understand you. And this bird is easy to keep, and the birds like a toy. It's simple. It's how to speak. It can movable. Yeah, and they have. If you put some wings back home, and they have no. If you do some interactive with that, it's very a little bit strange. You see. So I think a bird is like a pet in your house that you can do something in talking and doing something with him, like friend, you see. So that's why. And later the wings, because I wanted to do, because of the title, Neverland, I wanted to express my feelings about hometown. And in Shenzhen, that people changed their place. There are 3 generations living in that place now, and they almost changed everything. But hometown now, for them, is not the physical space. It's something in mind. That's some place, some people complain with you, some people love you. Yeah, you have your home in that place. So that's what I want. So Neverland name means the people, real homeland feelings. For people, it's not the physical space, not just some place. It's some place you go to that place and you build that, and you pay energy, power, times on that. So that's my feelings. So why? That's why Neverland. But why? That's interesting since I put that on the land. But it can be the hometown. Yeah. That's my connections.
And were you kind of shifting towards the symbolism of birds, or the spirit of flight?
Sorry.
I think what she means is spiritual, how you define homeland. The second project is more abstract from spiritual.
Migration.
Yeah, the first one is more about interaction, as what she said.
Yeah, things like that.
I have a question about the project you did, or your students did in Poland. It's mostly your work is very beautiful and kind of aesthetic, right? And so that funny one where they're doing they're kind of spoofing religion, right?
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a different approach than your own approach. And I just wonder if you had any, like in a very Catholic culture, did people feel offended by that? Were you concerned about offending people?
That's, you see that some Polish people with us, and we talk a lot, and we have some compromise. And you see that we talk with Polish people. If they think that's not so offending, we think it's okay, because we know nothing about that. So I think that the result of talking, communication. Yeah. I think maybe not, maybe some people think, I don't know. Be careful about that.
I have a question about the multicultural you mentioned about Shenzhen and Canada. Did you find out the multicultural after you come here, or you knew it before you come to Canada? Like, say, when did you find out those two sites are both like related to the idea of migration, the hometown? Like, is that in here, or you know it before?
Oh, I think everyone know Canada. This is a lot of people from other countries that migrate to this country. So I know a little before, but I came to this place and know more and more. Yeah, that's a very simple example. The first time I go to the superstore, I want to find some Chinese food, but I can't find. There are some international choice, but that's not very Chinese, you see. So I go to some, but what I can do? I can't just cook by myself, so I have to adapt myself. I have to buy some cheese, some local things. So I think that's the same problem for other people from other countries. I think that's the same questions. Yeah. So I know more and more, and the people living in this place long time, and they realize that they have to adapt in this place, and they have to change a little bit. But sometimes you can see some people bring some culture here, and you have taco, you have dumplings, 饺子, and the different cultures mixed in this place. I think that's a compromise, something like compromise, something like variety, yeah. So that's what I understanding. Yeah.
That's good.
So I'm curious though, like in Shenzhen?
Shenzhen, yeah.
So what is the migratory, where do people come from to that city?
Most of them come from China.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So it's migrations from different parts of China.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Shenzhen's called an SEZ, which is a special economic zone, which was
Yeah, right.
an area targeted by the government for development. Prior to Hong Kong becoming part of People's Republic of China, across from Hong Kong was the city of Kowloon, which was a sewer. The government knocked it all down and built Shenzhen, which is a special economic zone.
Yeah.
Shenzhen was a village, fisher's village
Yes.
before, and then turned to a huge city.
So see, from my perspective, I wouldn't think of that as like Canada, because everybody's Chinese, right? So you're describing it like it's similar to Canada.
Yes,
But
just
it-
similar. Yeah.
But
A little
how-
bit.
But to me, it's more different.
Yeah.
Because you're not having people from all over the world. You're
Yes,
having people
yeah,
from all
that's
over
right.
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
But-
but I think we should, actually when you do migration, think about the migration, we really should think about what nation means. Like if every people are from China, are we really quite similar? And in what ways? Because I think we are talking about the methodological nationalism. And when I come to Canada, and I really feel something like what you describe, and people come here and build something together. And you said that when you are in superstore, you have to buy cheese. And, and I was thinking, why come to Canada compared to my life experience in Europe, in Norway for 15 years? Oh, I feel very happy because I can buy some Chinese food in the superstore. And the Chinese food are made in North America. And this is a totally different approach to me. And here I meet all kinds of Chinese, and I see similarities, but I often see it's a difference. I think that is probably the feeling in Shenzhen. Yeah.
I think it's a smart idea when you compare Shenzhen, a city, to Canada as a country. Because before, like, say, Canada, like 150 years so far. But when you think about China, it was not China like 500 years ago. Our province nowadays is different region, formation that time. So there are lots of Chinese city when you think about it, they're all migrated. Like Sichuan is migrated too. Like because the war happened, everyone dead, people start to burn the place, start to build another city, now we call city. So Shenzhen is a young city, like Canada, it's a young country compared to other countries, but there's lots of possibility. People love these places. Everyone have a chance to make your own hometown there. I think that's answer your question, but I think I thought that too at the very beginning. How do you compare a city to a country? And then when you think about it, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and you have to see it in Chinese terms too. In Canada, we think everybody in China is the same, but that's not true. There's a lot of different regions in China with different cultures and different food. So Shenzhen's really a mixture of all these people from all over China.
Food is a lot of special things in China.
I have another question. Are you tired of making wings now? Like you've made over 1,000 wings. Are you getting tired of
I
making
didn't
wings?
tired, so I changed another project.
Can we have a one win after your show?
Take away.
You can see. Treat me better.
Treat you better.
She's going to sell them. Come on, Gigi.
Thank you.
Great. If there are no more public questions or comments, perhaps we can break and join me in thanking Li Wan here. Thank you very much. And I'm sure the artist will be around, so if you want to ask her some questions and comment to her, she'll be available.
谢谢。
Every time it's important, I get information. You show your students and your students.